Mountain Tribe? It's your boy Noble. I'm here with the Chicago Boys. We back in the lab. We in the cave. And we gonna talk about something kind of serious, potentially really serious. This coronavirus. What you think about this coronavirus?
Well, mainly, this is almost kind of like history repeating itself, because they use German warfare all the time, so this ain't nothing new. With that being said, that means that if they've released this, you target it, so people are targeted, so that's where you have to be careful. So when they're talking about the way it could be contracted, which would be whether it would be something that was in the air or airborne and get into your eyes, whatever. Something like that serious is going to require, or they're going to say that it requires for you to stay inside and all this other stuff. That's what it's going to make you think. What doctors are telling people is that you want to stay hydrated and make sure you drink plenty of water so that you don't let your throat dry up. Because if your throat dries up, that's when that whole area gets really dry, and it allows the virus to be able to enter in as well. So you need to be able to have as much water as you can to try to flush yourself out. Just like whenever you get the flu or a cold or whatever, you got to try to drink plenty of fluids to try to combat that. And then you got to make sure you get your Lysol and stuff like that, so you can make sure you clean up, especially after you go outside, somebody comes in new, whatever. Just spray everything down, so then that at least help keep yourself protected by, especially when inside your own home. So I mean, even your mail, before you pick your mail up, you'd have to spray the mail down with Lysol. Then you would carry it in the house. I know it may sound like OCD, but you would have to take extra measures just to make sure that you are clean, basically.
Yeah, and they calling this because it's all different type of coronaviruses. This supposed to be the new strain, and that's what they saying, making it so dangerous, because we don't get anybody's worked up from it. Right. And then they saying it's crossed over with two different animals, with a snake and a bat, and whatever they put in the lab together. They like it just happened.
Right.
But so look at China. Look at China on like Bloomberg, Markets and Finance. Commerce is shut down because everybody's scared. It's quarantine. Everybody can't move. So think about if that thing came over here. This is why you need that food and that water. Because this is it might not even be that bad, but they done worked it up to get that fear going in the country or the minds of the people. And now they can do stuff like go and get somebody and say they're infected. High justification to just it's a matter of national security. Mm-hmm. We got to quarantine this area. We had to take them and send them off to Guantanamo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You don't know where they at.
Gone.
So basically, like, I ain't got no super scientific facts on this. I seen a video, and the man was going in. You can go to his YouTube. Is called Peak Posterity. Yeah. And see for yourself. He gonna explain it. You know what I'm saying, with power. But I'm basically saying, go get your 3 months at least of everything and be ready in case it be like Bird Box around this place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, when we go to this though, a lot of these viruses that you'll see that they already got patents for. So even we was talking about like HIV, whatever, they got a patent for that. Okay. So because remember they practice germ warfare, right? So they gotta own the stuff that they administering for whatever reason. So this is just something.
They got out a patent on it, so they got a patent on the cure.
Mm-hmm. So this is why I'm like letting everybody kind of start taking a look into this. When I put the handles not being told, I just drop that there right there, and so I don't leave that there to see whoever's looking at this. Maybe they might look that up and give it a little bit more clarity on how to see this thing. Okay.
Excuse me. And also look at the scare tactics of it, because now it's a matter of national security. Everybody must get this vaccine. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know they done developed technology to where they can make the vaccine attack melanated DNA and not the other DNA. It can target DNA. Turn off, you know what I'm saying, something some function of your nervous system or something. You know? They got that technology.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I still wouldn't take the vaccine when they come with. I'm just gonna stay away because it's coming together. I'm looking at it like, if it do get over here and all commerce stop, don't that go along with like the canons and the prophecies that everything gonna stop?
But they purported now, I think on the news, that they had one person who they got their first case in Illinois.
I seen they got one, but the thing is, if another week come and there's like 15 more people.
But no, that's my whole point. Cause think about it, if that one got on the subway, got on the L, right, then rode up, you done gave to all these people. Then remember, they done gave the homeless man $1 or whatever when they was over there, so now they done tag them too. Like it's different ways that they can get everybody basically like this, but. Germological warfare, it goes way back before a lot of people even realize it, because that goes back even when we talk about the what is that? Oh my goodness!
The pilgrims and all that stuff when they put the blankets with the.
Yep, exactly, with the aegis and all of that, and that even happened with what they call it, the Constantinians. That's what their whole mission was. But a lot of our people they're Christians, but they don't know nothing about this part. They don't know the bad side. They just, think that was just something, or it's a fairy tale or something. Or it's like watching the movie 300 and you just get excited, talking about the graphics. So, the most important part of that anyway, my main thing with this is make sure that, especially when you got your children going out, if you got your children and they're adept enough, make sure you give them some little wipes, the little, everything for them to wipe their hands, the clips for that antibiotic, gel that they can get or whatever, and try to keep them clean, and even, Lysol their things down when they come in the house back from, because, that's where they're going to be targeted, is of course they're going to be targeting children. That's where a lot of the areas where that's a target area, let's just say that we want to pay attention to, because that target area is where all of these children that come from all of these different households and all of these different ways of life, all in one spot. And they're always, coughing on things, passing toys and things and pencils and borrowing pen and etc. on through. Yeah, so that's one thing that we kind of want to take a look at for sure with this right here.
Yeah, this thing can go a lot of different ways, but I think we basically get to the point. Get your supply. Like he said, be cleanly. Watch. I'm sure everybody watching the news will see if it's spread. If it do start spreading, y'all know what it is anyway. It's gonna be quarantine. Hopefully y'all went and got what you got, or them prophecies gonna be, coming true. You're gonna wish you had this and wish you had that. If you in one of these temples, man, tie your camel up. I don't know how y'all do it, but if I was you, I'd be, I gave you enough to save a nation, so go save yourself. I'll be saving self, you know what I'm saying? I'll be getting Islam on right now. So.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You ain't got no choice. And plus you gotta watch, the reason why we say get your food. If you got something like this out, and then, we don't want to cook no more. We always want to go out to eat, right? So then, you got that one way to, or even that one fast food especially, if you still eating that. You got a lot of times where they don't even give a damn if they're doing whatever.
I'm saying get your food while you can get food, because it's already, they reporting that the whole China is spread, is on quarantine. The whole China. So I'm saying if it be pandemic and come over here, nobody's going to be able to work for food to keep coming in.
Here's the thing, right, but the part that they got to understand is, this is why I say it's linked to the food, because your food get processed most of the time in China.
Yeah.
That's where it's getting packaged, that's where it's getting dressed up, that's where it's getting sent out on the way to you. So we ain't gonna talk about how many miles and how long this dead food done went all the way or whatever for you to come get that. We ain't worried about that. What we're saying is, how are the store's shelves gonna be stocked if the processing stopped to put the food over here? So I've been in, like hurricanes and stuff like that, where you go to the store and you know what it looked like?
Right.
The day after they bought it, when they was when it set up and wasn't nothing in there. Like, I'm talking about, I wanted some toilet paper, right? Like, I literally went there because I just needed toilet paper. Like, I was like, I'm good on everything else, I just get some toilet paper. They ain't had no toilet paper. I had to get some square napkins or whatever and rough it out. Just one of them, you know, oh, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, hey, I got what I needed, you know, thank Allah, I praise Allah, because I got what I needed in the store. But I had just never been through there and seen that. I'm talking about, you know how you go through there and you're like, nah, I don't want that. You know, I don't know. There wasn't shit on the shelf. Right. Nothing. Blank, clear, clean. Like, you can see the whole thing. Like, you're walking down the aisles and each one of them things blank. And you're like, damn, I just want some toilet paper.
They ran in that thing like it was a grab, like it was free.
Right. And it's sad because I'm supposed to be like everybody else. They panicking about the hurricane, and I'm like, look, Allah, she gonna do what she do. Right. I ain't worried about it. I really just want some toilet paper because I'm being crisis if I don't have no toilet paper in a hurricane. You know, like what if the water go out this here and I'm gonna use the restroom. I ain't got no toilet paper. I know that sounds ignorant, but that was what I mainly was concerned about during that whole thing. But anyway, you have got to make sure that you're prepared to have this type of stuff because we already know there's a dollar crash.
Yep.
So that means that it's already on its way out and things on the way to a quick stop anyway. Nobody really pays attention to that because they're not looking. The only dollars they're using is dollars that's in circulation. And once those kind of run out, and then you know half y'all gonna hold it under your mattress and all this other stuff, trying to keep it. Talking about I'm gonna hold on to this right here little piece. And then you done held on to it to the point that it has absolutely no value and you can't convert it.
Yep.
So you might want to convert it into something that you can use right now for your energy. Because this is things that you're going to need for yourself to make sure they're good, to make sure you're good, to keep you and your children good.
Yep.
Okay? So, you know.
Might want to learn some skills too.
Yeah.
You got to think worth, value. You know what I'm saying? If we go back to the horse and buggy days. Can you help build this house? Can you know what I'm saying? Do this, do that, because we basically gonna have small governments, all tribes.
Yep, all over working together.
You know. Okay, now we talking about public charge. This is something that while everybody was thinking about the Kobe tragedy that happened on Sunday, they Supreme Court voted on this on Monday, 5-4. And basically they voted to uplift an injunction so that was holding the Department of Homeland Security from going forward with public charge. And what public charge is basically saying that they is broke and they kicking off dependents if you're not a citizen or if you're not what's called a qualified alien. Now, the part of this that applies to the Moors is we all know we got a straw man. So let's cut it out like we know what I'm saying. You using it. Just the credit card names on it, all that. Know what I'm saying? So the part of this that applies to the Moors is how is your straw finna be identified in this census? You know what I'm saying? Is yours finna be identified as a United States citizen or is it gonna be identified as a qualified alien? Alien meaning foreign, not a citizen or national. I believe that's 8 U.S. Code 1641 definitions, and then you can go to 8 U.S. Code subsection 1101 definitions 15E, and it's gonna tell you why. It's because we got that treaty supreme law of the land. So for Moors that's using the treaty, we good. You know. We good to use the like it's saying the Zodiac Constitution. We good to use that federal public benefit with no obligation. It even says in here that it's not even a benefit for us. Like this the Department of Homeland Security saying this. They in line now. You know what I'm saying? So they like, let's kick all the leeches off. Right. You know, either you gonna be a USC, either you finna be a slave. You know what I'm saying, to this corporation, or you better be qualified. We better have a treaty with you. So, this is why I be talking about changing the legal name, because I know if you get a Black's Law Dictionary, the legal name gonna say what? One Christian name, one surname. So it's another identifier. It's still a Christian name. It ain't got, you know what I'm saying, changed. It ain't a Muslim name yet. You know what I'm saying? The treaty between Christians and Moors. So this just, you know, I can go bounce off and get into some other stuff just off the public charge. Because I know a lot of people is mad about it. All the real immigrants, because look what's about to come up simultaneously. Like this in effect right now. So now it's finna be a census where you gotta place your nation of origin. So now you gotta tell on yourself that you're an immigrant. White people, where you from over there?
Yep.
In Southern Europe, Northern Africa, or the Middle East. Cause you ain't American. Only people that's American, according to the straw, is American Indian. So people like it's already black right now. So this is why I'm talking about messing with this, you know what I'm saying? Altering what they got going on with that straw. Because one thing for sure, I done been to court. And a lot of other people done seen court or been to court. We, common law side de jure, we are who we are. De facto wise, your ass is who that damn straw say, what that little company say you is. You know what I'm saying? So you got all this de jure paperwork, but the company is still a Christian name. You know what I'm saying? It's still, you know what I'm saying, in violation of Article 20 of the treaty. Because this is your person is under their protection. You ain't, you know what I'm saying, change it. So they ain't gonna tell you. And this is my understanding. Ain't nobody told me this. This is my understanding. I done studied and watched other people, you know. So, like I said, I can go on about that, but as far as the public charge, how you see it?
Well, the thing is most people aren't recognizing that that is exactly what you said it was. Where if you aren't supposed to be on it, you need to be out of here. Because at the end of the day, they have to try to do a correction. This is almost like, you know, the kind of cleanup to try to make up for some of the stuff that they did, hoping that everybody else, you know, like we all try to do something like a peace offering. Here you go.
They got a businessman to try and save the corporation.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. And at the end of the day, they weren't supposed to be on it anyway because they knew who we were. When we look at it from a Moorish perspective, they knew who we were before they came over here. Okay? Because it's taught in their schools. It's not taught in our schools. They get the true history. That's why you know, it's in other languages and whatever. But the history is going to be out there. So, but we don't know. We the only ones that know because we're on the plantation.
Man, I seen a little YouTube video about how the nations is coming to get they people. And they was talking freely. I'm like, what? I should have said it. She was like, as the nations coming to get their nationals. But the U.S. citizens, this is like, they were just talking freely.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, somebody else will watch this and that just would have went straight over their head. Them nationals, but them citizens. You know what I'm saying? Look. They said the nationals had to go to their country and be detained for to get checked, but the U.S. citizens didn't have no checkpoint.
Right.
They just got checked for temperature and they let them go. So,
yeah,
public charge.
Yeah, that's good.
And I know we hate Trump and all that, you know, not me, and you know, I could care less about any of them. I know that our people hate Trump, but this actually his work. He got an executive order from July 11th from last year, 2019. He was trying to get a citizenship question on the census coming up. So the court denied him, and he said, go read the executive order. He said, okay, I'm going to make an agency anyway and get it. Now you seeing stuff being done to where he finna get this citizenship because he making you pick a side. And like I'm saying, for Moors, we already know the blacks, you think you a citizen. But we can go into the law, and it's you not a citizen how you think you is. You know what I'm saying?
And there's some Moors that think they're USA citizens.
Right, right, exactly. You basically on the same,
You don't have anything to do with the United States. Nothing to do with the United States. You got everything to do with our stuff.
Yep. All you need to know is a couple dates: 1861 and 1871. 1861, Congress adjourned without day. Meaning they did dissolve the republic. 1871, they made a corporate constitution. So what you a citizen of? Which one? The organic? You know what I'm saying? We know you can't be at the organic because it got dissolved. It's only the corporate going right now. So I ain't gonna get into that one. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm not even.
I mean, that's on you. If you want to elaborate, but
no, my whole thing is at this point when you see stuff like this happening, you kind of got to understand that when they gonna make you pick sides. When he says that, okay, you deny me, I'm gonna get an agency to do it. So that means that the citizenship part, they gonna slam you into one or the other. This is history repeating itself. Are you a Moor or are you a slave or a free Moor? Same thing.
I mean, it's fair to me. It's like, oh, y'all woke? Okay. Since you woke, okay, let's see if you woke.
Then that means that's like a competency test. They check and see if you're competent. If you really are competent, then you'll be able to tie yourselves all to the live part, putting the living before the dead. If you're gonna make a presentment, you got to make a presentment with the living before the dead. You're not your straw. Your straw's dead. They just told you that. You're gonna present yourself Islam, right? Who you are, living. I'm the living. El Bay. That's what you're gonna say, but not sit over here and be like, oh yeah, I got my fez on, but I'm your brown. Shit.
I told you what
I'm noble already.
What I call them people, you know how Superman, the character of Superman, Clark Kent, he the straw man during the day, but as soon as he get off work, or as soon as I'm saying he's Superman, that's how Moors be sometimes.
Yeah.
As soon as they get off on Facebook, they, you know what I'm saying, bam. But get pulled over by the police, and it's, you know what I'm saying, I'm Richard Jefferson, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me get my insurance.
Right.
I ain't mad.
You wonder, should I use the straw man ID or the nationality?
And look, I ain't mad. You know what I mean? If you chose to live within contracts right now, you stand to the level of your competency, but that does not mean that you're going to boast.
I ain't mad neither. I show them, you know what I'm saying? When they force me, that's why I got both ways. I got a divine and a national for their ass. I'm going to show them my allodial first. Then when they keep asking for, oh, you don't got no license? Oh, you mean my state driver's license? You mean that? We gonna get all that. I'll talk about it as an entity. Like, yeah, I own that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all capital. I be teaching their ass. The body cam on.
Right.
They know I'm a fool with it. It's probably more information in the computer.
Yeah.
After them last cases, but.
Well, you know they probably put all types of stuff up in there. Yes, indeed. But it just cracks me up because the only thing that they think about. Really, it's like a lot of Moors kind of come into this thing and they think that all of a sudden, you know, they got that card now. It done made them, that card changed the game. Like, all right, not good. I got my shit like I'm foreign now. And then, you know, it's you standing on the principles. So that's why you got to know it. That's why everybody keep telling you to study. You got to look at all this stuff. You got to it's time out for some of the chill out. Like I know everybody, trust me, I would love to chill out too. But right now, these are some major things that are happening that you have to keep your eyes open to bear witness so you know how to operate.
And this happened the day after Kobe, you know what I'm saying, crashed. Nobody even talked about it. But, like I say, if you a conscious Moor, you ain't mad about it. You like, shit, get off my estate anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pay me some tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I can get some more what I need. So that's public charge. Go read it. It's Department of Homeland Security.